Welcome back. This is Undercode Software. Let's begin with a new topic. Today's topic, we are going to talk about the third string method 3, and this time the string method 3 is going to be dot replace. So in this replace method, it's going to be our third string method. We are going to talk about the replace method. In this one, always you want to replace any character with another. You would like to do it to rewrite it. Instead of rewriting it, you just use a replace method. You just choose replace, you add parentheses and write down the character you would like to replace. In between quotes you put a comma. Note, in between the quotes you put the comma. We write a new character which you want to put or to replace the old character. So let me try to put it in practical so that you can understand what I've been talking about. So let's go back to our PyCharm. So we are going to use method 3. It's going to be 3. So this time we're going to use 3, and our method today is going to be replace. It's going to be replace. Have to remove this. So sorry, this is p replace. Yeah. So when we are dealing with replace, this is the replace case method. Okay, replace case method. So if we want to replace t in this string of our variable string method 3, if we want to replace t, we will just open this parenthesis of the replace method. We put quotes, we put the name or the value we want to replace its t, then we put a comma. Don't forget a comma. Then we put the character, the figure we want to replace t in the variable of string method 3. Like let's replace it with what? Let me say d. So don't forget to put the parenthesis, the quotes, like that. So when we print out this print statement like this, let's see what we shall get. You press Shift Control F10. Let's see our results. Oops, we have an error on string methods. We have an error. Trace back. Let me see. Okay, we have an error. Yeah, the error is because the name into the string. Okay, the string variable. Here we are using string method 2. Wait, we are on string method 3, so we have to change this to string method 3. Okay, then let's run again our program and see it. Let's run. Yeah, as you see, it has replaced t with d. Everywhere where t is, we have replaced it with t. T has been replaced by d. As you see here, where is t? There is d. Okay, let me show you another example. Let me say we have a variable called face equals just strings equals a name. Let me say Ryan Nyende. So if you want to replace, we are going to replace Ryan. So we use print. Let's print. Then we put the variable, our variable face dot replace then we want to replace Ryan. So we want to replace Ryan. This is comma, don't forget the comma. We again open close double quotes. Let's just put Brian. Let's replace Brian. No. Okay, we are done. Then let's run again our program. See, you see, it has replaced Ryan Nyende into Brian Nyende. As you see, that's all about the replace method. Then let's deal with the next method. Is going to be .split. So split is very easy and extremely useful. It just splits every white space it finds in our character, in our string, in our variable. So you just write your variable and you put a dot before the word spring. So that's the spring method. So you can write your variable and you put spring after the dot, like dot spring. So let's go and see what we are talking about. Okay, here it's what I'm talking about. So for this string method 4, we are going to talk about the spring. So this is the spring case method. So we print string method 4.string. This is what I was talking about. So that the dot comes before the spring method. When we use, you put inside quotes, so we don't need these quotes. Remove them. So it's going to split every white space here. This one, white space. Oops. Every white space is going to separate it, every white space, into one word. This is going to be a one word, is going to be a one word, separate is going to be a one word, case is going to be a one word. So let's run our program and see how the sprint works. Oops, we have an error. We haven't closed the print method. Okay, let's run again our program. Okay, you see, it has made a list of our string method 4, of our string method variable 4, and each word is a single string itself. So let's go for the next method. So let's go for the fifth method. Is going to be join. The join method is a little bit different from the previous methods, because this just consists of mainly in joining lists. You know, lists, we are going to talk about lists in time to come, so don't worry. But that you can want to be using a string, you would provide for example hashes, stars to join. So this method, unlike the ones that proceeded, we would actually start by the statement, the sequence you would want to add between the quotes. So you start with what you want to join between the quotes. Let me say, if you want to join any word to a string, already made string, or to a variable, you first write that word. You first put the, let me call it, the sequence you want to join first. It's not like that of replacing, because replacing, you begin with what you are going to replace. So for this time round, it's the opposite. We begin with what we are going to replace. I don't know whether you have got me, but let me show you what I was trying to talk about. So for this, let's call this one join. Let's call it join, the join case. So in this join method, we are going to join x to each single letter or single character of our variable string method fifth. So we are going to add here join. We are going to join here these words with x like this. We are going to join them with x. Every letter, every single character, we are going to join it with x. So to join them like that, we use the join method. So let's print. So as I told you, we first begin with what we are going to join to. It's not like for the replace method. So for the replace method, we start with what we are removing, we are replacing, then we put here what we are going to replace. So for this time around, we begin with what we are going to join. We are going to join this, let me call it star, to our string method fifth at every single character. So let's run our program. Okay, as you see, this is what I've been talking about. We have added, or we have joined the star or the multiplication symbol to every single method, to every single string. So let's go for another method. There are so many string methods you can use. So let's go for this one, this last one. Then I'll show you other many, but you'll make your research on that, on those other methods, and we go to the next tutorial, going to be lists. So let's go. So next is find x method. You know the find method. So this one helps us to find the index location, not the index location of the first occurrence of our character of your choice in your string or in your variable. So our string would be, this is the find method, and we are going to look for the location of the first occurrence. The first occurrence of the letter I, because the first occurrence, if we try to count, so this is 1. When we are counting index, we begin from 0. So 0 is our first index. So this is 0, 1, 2. So our first occurrence, or the find index, the results going for I is going to be 2. Let's see, because it's going, as it is saying us, it helps us to find the index location of the first occurrence of a character. So let's go and see what I'm trying to talk about. So we have here two examples. The first one of the variable string method 6 string method the 6. Then we have here also a string method phase, so let's turn this to 6. Also phase. So when we are using the find method, find helps us to find the index of the first occurrence of a string of a character. So when we are, it's like an index to find the index of a character in a string. So let's run. So we told you when we are dealing with index starts from 0, so it's going to be our next topic about index. So to find method, we find, let me say this is 0 1 2, so this is going to be 2. So also here on phase we are trying to say phase find us the index of R. So let's run the program. Okay, so we have, when we run our program, see that the index of R is 0 and the index of I is 2. So as I told you, index starts from 0 1 2. So let's go for the next tutorial. So the next method is going to be refined. So a refined is like the opposite of find method, so it's just the opposite. But in this method, it just returns the last index location of the character you have chosen. It's the opposite of find method. So for the find method, it returns the first index of the first occurrence of an object or any character in a string. So this is just the opposite. This one returns the last index location of the character you have chosen. So let me try to show you how it works. So when I try to run, so this is the 7th method, refined. When I try, it's going to refine or to return the last, let me say, the last occurrence of letter I, of the character I in our string. This is the refined method. So let us count 1 2 3. We start from 0, sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So when we try run our program, it's going to give us answer. So string I is on number 13. From the backwards, the last occasion, it's like the opposite of find method. So let us change this R and make it Y, and we run again our program. So as you see, it has changed the index of Y from the last occasion. So Y has occurred on occurrences 6. So this is 1 0. Let me say, so this is -1, not 0. -1, -2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, it's okay. It has also a have here space here. So that was all about strings. So the next tutorial will be about lists. So for string methods, we have also what they call, there are so many string methods, but those are the main 7 string methods we can use when we are dealing with strings. So let's go for the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and you get more and more videos. You will be the best Python learner of the year. Just keep in touch, subscribe, don't forget. to subscribe, to like, to share, and hit the bell for more notifications. See you again.